Good morning. My name is Ben Wagner. I'm one of the ops chiefs with Northern Rockies Team 6. Today is July 15th, and this is your operational update. And before I get started, I'd just like to acknowledge the really great, solid work that the Alaska Incident Management team did ahead of us. I've got some big shoes to fill on this update, and they've set the table for us in a great way. And so we're really excited to be here, to be a part of your community, to be helping. And we want to carry the good work that they did before us into our tenure here in your community. So I'm going to start on the south end of the fire, right here just northwest of Rye. This area you've probably been familiar with being referred to as the Chicken Foot. Fire crews yesterday made really great progress. They're working a fire line from the low country uphill with bulldozers and heavy equipment. And then they're bringing heavy equipment like bulldozers and hand crews from the top down. And they've tied that line in yesterday where they were unable to create heavy equipment line with machinery. We had firefighters out there by hand digging a fire line. And so I'm making really good progress on establishing a control line here with the intention then of turning and bringing that control line up to the north. On the other side of the Chicken Foot, on the piece of fire here that's closest to the community of Isabel, firefighters yesterday hiked up into that steep country and they found the black edge, the actual edge of the fire. And they started bringing fire intentionally with them downslope to connect that fire to the dozer line that is constructed to protect that community. And we do this intentionally because if there's unburned fuel between the fire and our control line, that's a watch out. That's an opportunity for the fire to make a run at our line in future times. So really, sometimes the safest course of action is to be tight right against the fire's edge so we can get clean, hard, black, burned areas that are pieces of the fire that we can then extinguish, mop up, and secure right next to our values at risk. So they've brought that fire down to that dozer line, and they carried it. It's a little hard to see on this map. We don't have quite the detail, but they brought it down to that dozer line and brought it back to the east, connecting it back to the main fire. And so I would anticipate in coming days that we will see continued activity down there as we continue to carry fire along that dozer line, building building a nice clean black that's along the edge of that community to protect it ultimately. So things are looking really good in there. We've got a lot of firefighters on both sides of the Chicken Foot. They're really invested. Everyone understands the communities of Rye and Isabel are extremely important. And so there's a lot of great work being done out there. As we move north, we are starting to see a little bit of activity off the backside of St. Charles Mountain. We're continuing to improve and construct control lines there out indirect to that fire's edge. It's really steep, difficult country in there. There's a lot of dead and down, a lot of spruce, which is prone to a lot of spotting, which means that when the whole tree consumes, it throws embers in all directions. So we're really trying to build off of AK team's success in identifying some lines and control features there and continue to improve that. Moving up to the north, let's see, up here, kind of close to Greenwood, we've had crews working up in some really steep, rugged country. They've been doing, again, some of that intentional firing to bring clean, hard black all the way out to our control lines. And they've been doing a lot of that firing with a drone at night. And so that's just a slow, methodical process. We don't want to rush that. And it's a lot of intense work by people just hiking rough ground, mopping up, and really putting a lot of time and investment into that piece of real estate. So coming around to the east side of the fire where we've got this nice defined black edge, folks are continuing just mopping and securing along that edge. Where we don't have black indicated on the map in here, these are just some drainages and really steep country that's mostly pinion fuel type, which doesn't have a lot of surface fuels underneath of it. A lot of the ground out ahead of it has been grazed. And so we don't anticipate control problems in there. It's just steep country that folks have to go in and on foot patrol, hike in, dig up that duff, and finally extinguish that fire. So things are looking really, really solid on this east side, and things are looking really good around Beulah. We've had folks in there continuing to mop up around structures, cutting hazard trees, and and just continuing to maintain a presence there. And that's really kind of the same story all the way along this east side. Really our big priorities right now are dealing with this fire, the chicken foot, so that we don't have any future impacts to Rye or Isabel, and then getting our lines buttoned up here along the west side of the fire, getting a really solid plan there. We anticipate this fire to be on the landscape for a long time. And so we're bringing that perspective with us here. We want to make sure that we hand off a quality product to whoever is managing this fire after us, because we anticipate this fire being here present on the mountains in that steep country for quite a while. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name's Rich Cowger. I'm one of the ICs of Northern Rockies Team 6. We just wanted to take a brief minute and introduce ourselves and let you know how excited we are to be here. Ben alluded to a little bit the good work that Alaska Team 1 did while they were here, and I want to reiterate that they really set our team up for some success as we move forward through our next 14 days here to help take care of the community. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves on doing, is working directly for the community, the agency administrators that brought us in. And we're going to carry forward the work that Alaska Team 1 did, and making sure that those relationships with our local community are as good as they possibly can be. We're here for you. We're here to serve the public. Our whole team's dedicated to that. And so we just wanted to again take the moment to say thank you for having us come down, letting us be part of this. And again, rest assured that we're going to do everything we can for the community, for the people that we serve, and do it with respect and honor that you deserve, considering some of the losses out there. We know it's been a tough time, and we'll do everything we can to make that as a seamless transition as we move forward. So again, on behalf of Northern Rockies Team 6, happy to be here, happy to serve. Please reach out to us if there's anything that you need at all. Thank you very much.